Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second of our triple header, week 5 of Team Combat League. Up next, we have the 1-2 LA TenGoose matching up against the 0-2 DC Destroyers. Now it's time to begin week number 5 between DC and LA.
All right. Oh, they come out mean. Right hook started off getting this party started. No filling out process.
That's not what is involved in the DNA with Team Combat League, Bubba, as we have Iana Verduzco for LA matching up against Dupe Akinola. To me, this is one of the matchups of the night because Akinola has been fantastic and Iana Verduzco is the goods for LA TenGoose in the minds of these teams. There's a right hook for Iana Verduzco of LA TenGoose.
It seems like the hooks are the most popular punches tonight, and I can understand that with trying to get people out of there with it being a short clock. Quickest thing to get your partner out.
So you might be thinking, why is it only 2 minutes for the women? It's because in professional prize fighting, there's only 2-minute rounds professionally for the women.
That's right. I understand that. Ooh, big knockdown.
And there's a knockdown for Iana Verduzco over Dupe Akinola.
Yeah, she was throwing with a lot of heat. I felt like she was throwing more of the power punches, so I could see how that could happen to Dupe.
Iana Verduzco, so already LA starting off with the lead here. That knockdown is significant.
Mean hook back. Mean hook back. They're just going to trade hooks.
Akinola. You mentioned on how the Akinola coming forward, but Verduzco with the knockdown. That is a significant start for LA TenGoose and Ricky Funez.
LA, it was wonderfully done right there. Good left hand, more of a balanced thing, but it was still right on the money.
There's a beautiful left, and you know what? It hit her in the right. Sean Bates for LA and Kobia Breedy for DC. Kobia Breedy is one of those guys who's such a tough competitor, but Sean Bates very aggressive as well.
Yeah. And it seems like this fight competition has been warmed up by the Vegas-Dallas match. Seems like they already are in the swing of things.
So coming up, we got New York and Atlanta, the final of our triple header. Next week, we are off. We have a bye week next week, then we return 2 weeks from tonight. Look at though, Kobia Breedy coming forward. Oh my goodness.
Coming forward, throwing lots of power, hitting them right behind the ear, hitting them over those guards.
So Team Combat League returns 2 weeks from tonight, May 18th. Right here on the Team Combat League YouTube page. Subscribe, hit the like button, tell your family and friends, let them know what's going on here with Team Combat League, this team sport.
And get there early because there is no fill-out process. These guys go after it, and they go after it the entire time. Just mixing it up. But Bates isn't boxing that bad himself. He had a nice, good combination earlier. He's still in this fight, and, you know, it's lively.
Big left hook by Kobia Breedy. And Bates ate it like how I do a piece of pizza.
Man, that wasn't in my diet.
Oh, well, obviously not, you being the specimen that you are.
Ooh,
left hook again by Kobia Breedy. You mentioned, Bubba, that...
Not healthy for the brain.
Yeah, he literally goes and he's a bone rattler. He's a brain rattler is what he is.
Absolutely.
Breedy continue because you'll get clipped.
Especially the way Breedy's punching.
So an early lead for LA with the knockdown of Iana Verduzco against Dupe Akinola. Kobia Breedy coming forward, throwing with
minutes that you gotta have.
And if you're Barry Hunter, you want to go to a guy like Kobia Breedy to try to get things back on track because you don't want to be down too early or by a big margin.
Absolutely, and Breedy's a heavy puncher. He's always got an opportunity to knock somebody out. Distance. Love to see a patient fighter, and the outside of that foot is everything.
So now we have David Grayton and Alan Garcia. Grayton wearing the white, wearing the black is none other than Alan Garcia. They are going at it.
They
Look
are
at
just
this.
Swinging, non-stop trading hooks and power shots.
Toe-to-toe Thursday here with Team Combat League. Of the most important is to qualify for the playoffs, and then you want to advance to the Mega Brawl in July to fight for the championship, the Team Combat League championship.
So you're not only fighting for yourself, you're fighting for your team, and you're fighting for your city. So You got to put on. You're fighting for a couple different people. You got to put on.
Has gone to southpaw.
If we had that other ref, he probably got thrown out of this fight.
Johnny Callis is who you were alluding to.
Ooh, good left hook there.
A right hand by Alan Garcia. Under a minute left here in the third.
Are we sure that was a left hook? Are we sure there was a headbutt? We got to see that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It just seems like the power punching. Ooh, good right hook.
Garcia fighting with his back off the ropes.
Fighting well with his back on the ropes. Let's see, Garcia is a little bit more cleaner.
Nice right hand by Garcia. Great going forward.
Beautiful body shot. That's 2 now, said the referee. And you love to be that team that has every weight class. And you look at everybody down the lineup and you say, man, that's a hammer, that's a hammer, that's a hammer.
Silva's backing up Williams, and he's looking to set up that left hook. You could tell, Bubba.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm seeing a lot more motion from Silva that isn't effective and a lot more noises from Williams that isn't effective. Not much fighting going on from these bigger guys. I need to see a little bit more connection is what I'd like to see.
Overhand right. Now Silva has been landing bigger shots here.
Sounded like something, right?
He did. He hit something. What that was, whether it's a shoulder or the face, I don't know.
A lot of noises, a lot of motion. Okay, there's some more substance behind those punches there for sure. Answering and being aggressive as well.
Williams has come on late, but I don't think it is enough because Alejandro Silva landed those right hands, but now they're both just slugging it out here.
Man, I'd like to see the scorecards after that one.
Oh my, what a riveting end.
Yeah, absolutely.
To that. And here's what I love about Team Combat League and what Oddmac Sheik and his entire team is doing. They're giving an opportunity to guys like Angel Lozano to perform at this high level. Angel Lozano, to me, has been one of those dark horses that has really come on for LA TenGoose and has been a bit of a significant contributor for Ricky Funez and company. It is that right hand that's landing for Angel, or for Casey Dixon.
Good double jab by Lozano. His coach is yelling for the double jab.
Casey Dixon, he's staying in the pocket and landing that right hand.
It's good to see the range, and it's good to see the guy fighting in the pocket. You're seeing 2 styles try to clash and made a better man win.
Say that Dixon, because of the right hand. Another right hand over the top.
That same right hand, right on cue, right on.
Yeah.
Oh, good right hand right there.
Constant performer, Cynthia, for DC.
Yeah. No, I get it. I mean, DC, right?
There's different cultures, but on the smaller scale with Team Combat League, you get to see people represent their city.
No doubt about it.
Oh, big hit there.
Cheney.
My goodness.
Big hit there.
That is ruled a slip for Arthur McCanty. And the DC and company, they were saying, come on, give us the knockdown.
By the big heavyweight and fall through the ropes.
Yeah, we have to keep our judges healthy. How about that?
He was like bracing for
Yeah, literally 500 pounds in round 7. The women's featherweight, Lisette Lopez and Tyrecia Douglas. Lopez representing LA TenGoose for DC, Tyrecia Douglas.
Yeah, very scrappy fighters here.
Love to see 3 minutes because
I think it needs to be across the board.
it does. Oh, that was a knockdown.
I believe that was a knockdown.
No, he didn't rule it.
Was it a slip?
He didn't rule it a knockdown. So Neely won that round 10-9. DC on top 57-56.
And I think DC's winning this one as well. They call it a knockdown, but I still think she's controlling that. She just got punched right there with a heavy overhand left, but they're in this fight.
It's turning up the heat. And Cynthia, you know this. Tyrecia Douglas, she starts strong, but she fades late.
She fades. I mean, maybe I'm not sure if it's her cardio or she's just overthrowing. But her punches are effective at the beginning. But this girl, Lizette, is coming. She's smelling blood. She probably sees that she is getting exhausted.
Lopez looks really good right now. Middleweight with LA and none other than Alejandro Silva. Well, here is another top middleweight for LA, Vlad Panin.
Vlad Panin looks like
as well, applying their wits against one another. Ricky Funez for LA, Barry Hunter with DC.
I think I'm just looking at Keithlyn King's legs. They look not stable. They're not, I don't know. He's not.
Yeah, I think LA gets it back here, though, with Panin, and he's looking really good, and King's coming on strong, but I just think it's a little bit skill change here, skill difference.
When it comes to Team Combat League, you look at guys who could be breakout fighters. Vlad Panin is one of those fighters.
I agree with you on that right now.
Yeah.
I mean, every week he progressively
left
gets
hook to the
better.
body,
Again.
King's in trouble.
And King
And
is
he
hurt.
just looks different. When you see some of these guys
Panin
that
is
step out,
unloading.
they look different.
But
and
back
King
comes
just came
King.
back.
Panin
Ooh.
dug to the body, had King hurt. He ate a right hand.
Yes, indeed. Oh, that right hand hurt.
Oh,
that
there's a
right
left
hand
hook.
hurt.
Another
Yes.
right hand smashed into the face of Keithlin King. This is a big round for Ricky Funez and LA TenGoose.
Left hook. He just seems so much more skilled than King.
That'll end round 8. Andrade most recently in January. These are two top quality guys that are competing.
Looking for that knockout tonight. I mean, he's just getting better and better, but he's showing his skills, why he's been in the ring with some big names before, and he wants to show that he still belongs in the ring.
But
Good left hook by Damon Nicholson.
Yes, Nicholson is all over
Ellis
him.
looks hurt.
Look, I think this is a very even round. Maybe give a slight edge to Damon
that's
Nicholson.
a nice left hook. Oh, Nicholson
good
is throwing
trades.
some left hooks.
Look at Nicholson. He wants right after Ronald Ellis.
Yeah, he seems to be a little bit more of the aggressor in this fight.
Give me more of this. Inject this into my veins.
Absolutely.
I love this matchup, Damon Nicholson, Ronald Ellis.
Absolutely.
Ronald Ellis is not giving up, though, but Nicholson is digging to the body.
I think the body work of Nicholson has made an impact upon Ronald Ellis.
Absolutely. They're competing, talking a little trash in the middle of the center of the cage. I mean, they're both just trying to say who can not back up the most.
Big right
Just
hand
trading.
by Nicholson, but back comes Ellis with a left hook of his own. Iana Verduzco, Tyrecia Douglas, Cynthia, compelling interview with you and Mark Too Sharp Johnson, the Hall of Famer himself, the assistant coach with the DC Destroyers.
He loves this. You know, for fighters that may never get signed, this is a great concept, and this is a great way for fighters and promoters or anyone to see. It's a great platform to be seen on.
And not putting any words into the mouth of Ahmed Sheikh, who is the president and CEO, but
Are very similar to the Olympics for your country. You know, if you're playing the NBA, you're usually with the NBA team, but, you know, just to represent your city or your country is another thing that, you know, they can have a sense of pride to. So I think TCL has something that a lot of other boxers aren't really attaching themselves to.
Verduzco is picking up the pace, and that's significant for LA.
It really is. I just interviewed her, and she just said for her next matchup, she just really wants to try to go for the knockout. But she knows the opponent gets tired. She did tell me that. So she is watching. She is watching.
Davis starting off well. Sean Bates, you know he's very talented, but so far, DC, both Kobia Breedy and Derek Davis have had his number. Good stiff jab by Davis.
Beautiful stiff jab. Like I've been saying, Derek Davis has been really stabbing that jab and really winning and looking good with it. There's, you know, straight off the hip, you know, there's some nice sharp, straight down the middle jabs, a couple just feint jabs just to get the guy's hands up or just to pull out of his offense. I mean, jab can be used in so many different lethal ways that it's definitely, and I'm not biased, definitely the most important punch in boxing.
This round with Iana Verduzco, this matchup is close.
Going back and forth, but I think Derek Davis is just too strong, too fast, and a little bit too skilled. And you're going to hear Team DC get behind him because he's starting to get into his zone.
By Derek Davis,
he's
now
feeling
some
himself.
showmanship.
He's feeling himself. That's what you call being in the flow. You can do whatever you want. Your opponent can do whatever you want. There's nothing that can stop him, and there's nothing that can stop you.
If you're DC, if you beat LA, then you are now 1-2 if you're DC, the beneficiary of your team.
I know, and the sad thing is we won't get to see them perform again. We won't get to see them fight for what they want, for money, for their city, for their team.
It's win or go home time now.
Williams is having a bit of a tough time trying to figure out the aggression of Vlad Panin.
No kneeling, it's all action.
It's the fastest 2 minutes. Buckle your seatbelts. 120 seconds. Here we go.
As you can see right here, Dupe coming out and Lopez coming to swing like they're riding a seatbelt. Oh, good
Big
left
right
hook.
hand by Akinola for DC.
Oh, good
Another
right
one.
hook. Oh,
that
hurt.
wobbled Lopez.
Yes.
Lopez was wobbled with
Lopez
that
is
second
hurt.
right hand.
Lopez is hurt.
Dupe Akinola hammering away upon Lisette Lopez.
This is a better matchup for these two girls.
I love it. I mean, literally, Cynthia, I said this now. I've come to the conclusion of how I look at
Stuck to her hip, because if I was a coach, I'd be telling all my guys, right hook, and anything she do, throw the right hook, and you're going to land well.
Yeah.
Dupe Akinola has a great right hand, and she landed it deep. So they have built up a sizable lead here as we're in the money rounds.
Indeed. LA is going to have to put the pedal to the metal here and get something going.
Well, because we do have two southpaws in there.
Yes, good to see. I love watching some southpaws.
Yeah,
But he switches back and forth.
But back comes Garcia.
Anywhere, but when you're defending, punches come from anywhere.
Right now, DC, Lozano won that round for LA, so DC on top, 134 to 131. These next few rounds are significant for both
They are
teams.
both trading right now.
Beautiful
Body.
punching right here.
Excuse me, Garcia just needs to stay southpaw, because I don't think he's doing very well based on from what I'm seeing.
He was doing and having considerable success when he was southpaw. When he went to
Nice
conventional,
uppercut.
well, there's an uppercut.
He actually, from the orthodox, he's getting more offense to the body. He's orthodox. He's letting those body punches go.
Well, there's a
See,
beautiful
little bit no
combination
volume.
by Patrick Harris.
Those are
So a lot of headshots here.
Oh, that was a good round.
Very good round. I want-
Prize fighting on a variety of different stages of these fighters' careers.
Absolutely. Some of them are aging well, and some of them are not.
Well, now we have Alejandro Silva taking on Keitlan King. Alejandro Silva, I believe he's from Argentina, if I'm correct, Cynthia.
I believe so. He's actually one of the standout fighters from TenGoose. He's one to watch.
He's definitely one to watch, especially with the stance that Cynthia was talking about earlier of King. His feet aren't that balanced, and with a heavy punch.
Second of our triple header. We are off next week, a bye week. We return 2 weeks from tonight on May 18, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time. Big right hands
Beautiful
by
punches
Alejandro
by
Silva.
All three of those punches landed
My
cleanly.
goodness.
But back comes Keitlan King. Cynthia, we have said this all year long, and I will continue to pound the drum. But for LA TenGoose, the middleweights have been a very big strain for Ricky Funez and LA TenGoose.
It really has. They are really showing why they belong in the ring. I mean, Alejandro Silva is, like I said, a standout fighter. He is probably one of my top favorites, because look at what he's doing right there. It just looks like it's beautiful.
Stepped out and impressed me as far as all these fights have gone.
As
Vlad has those.
Oh, look at Silva working. Oh, he's landing some very hard shots, short left and right hooks.
So this is important because DC is on top, 143, 141.
Love to see. And the team knows it.
And everybody loves a close matchup. A close fight going to the 12th or the 5th round or the final period. Doesn't matter. Look at that left hook by Alejandro
These
Silva.
hookers are hooking right now.
I knotted up for my team LA TenGoose. Boy, these next 2 rounds, this is why they're the money rounds, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it when the heavyweights fight.
Who doesn't love a heavyweight fight?
It's like, is it either slow motion?
Or fast and abrupt. 52-151. Alejandro Silva winning that round. And these are big rounds as Cassius Cheney unloads a combination.
In that part of
In the Caribbean?
Yeah. Well,
We love the Caribbean.
We love the Caribbean, but they got fans. These fighters here in the country have fans all around the world. So thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and...
Looking at the body language of White and Cassius Cheney. Cassius Cheney wants it. Dante is just kind of slowly moving, doing his thing. Just, there's no, look at, there's just,
sense of urgency?
Yeah.
It's good to have a vet like that, Ronald Ellis, come up and be the last guy on your anchor.
Well, yeah, that's like your closer.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Atlanta comes out after taking that loss last week.
Well, look at Casey Dixon going right after Ronald Ellis.
But it's all guard, but he's getting hit on the body. Ellis is getting hit. That's all it is. If Ellis can just kind of use his jab a little bit more, shot that Ellis usually does.
All right, so we are tied up right now. Big shot there by Casey Dixon.
Big left hook.
Ronald Ellis, Casey Dixon. I would say Ellis is the favorite, but Dixon is out hustling him.
Good right hook.
Yeah, Ellis is coming back. He's countering with jabs, and he just countered him with...
LA and DC tied up. The final 30 43 seconds.
Wicked shots by Dixon.
Ellis' turn.
Oh, nice uppercut.
Good trade by Ellis. You see how they're just going back and forth.
Looking to get to 500. What an exciting 18 rounds. And look at Dixon say, come on, let's go.
Yep.
What a matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, having completed our Week 5 matchup between LA TenGoose and the DC Destroyers, here is your final score. DC 171, LA 170. DC gets their first win of the season. They improved to 1-2. LA falls to 1-3 on the season. Congratulations to Barry Hunter and the DC Destroyers. Bubba,
yes, sir.
What a win for the DC Destroyers.